Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming in here. A little midday money on a Tuesday, the 11th of April. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell here if you're watching. Obviously, you're watching, so ring the bell. Why wouldn't you? Winner free picks, picks and parlays, both Facebook and YouTube channels. And I threw the Sean Higgs YouTube channel up there as well because so I don't like running into, sometimes we go late and run into the bet win repeat show. I don't want to do that. So sometimes it's on PMP, sometimes it won't be on PMP. Today, though, might be a little shorter show. My head's kind of bothering me. I got a little headache. I took like 3 aspirins or whatever the Fugazi Costco Advils are. So we'll see how we do with that. Shirt link is out in the comment section and description. Same with the 7-day seal, $31.20. Go get it! $31.20. Why wouldn't you? Let's go. Recapping yesterday's action. Here we go. Recap from yesterday. We go 2-3 in the video, minus 50 bucks, but still 28 and 33. We're down $80. It happens. It happens. We had, the Reds. They're redding it up for us. A couple times these close one-run games. What are we going to do? Push on the Yankee first 5 total under the 4. Baltimore run line plus 110 winner. Arizona run line plus 140 winner. San Fran and San Diego 2 doggies lose. Do I want to lose games? No, but I'm going to bet on teams that are winning. I just couldn't take the Mets. I know coming out of a Sunday night, I get it. Oh, I got it. Hold on. Thanks, Tim. Bless me. Thank you. I said, hold on. I see Tim's head pop up. I don't like. I get it. It's Sunday night. Fade the Sunday night games. Usually it's something we do. I just couldn't bet the Mets. I'm not I don't think it's the right time. Right? Kind of like the Cubs. We like the Cubs. We don't bet the Cubs all the time. But that's the premium. Or premiums go 2-2. Again, under Yanks winner. Texas over winner. We lose Tampa Bay over, and we lose the Padres. 60 and 47, 56%, plus 1339. Player props go 5 and 5 plus 155, 79 and 120 on the season, plus $1,180 with our player props. We'll get to those in a second. Let's do the regular plays in the video, and you'll see there's some NBA posting up in here as well. Get excited. Today, Yankees under the 8. Rays run line plus the 114. I like McClanahan. What are we going to do? Braves run line minus the 115. This is just kind of fading Luis Cessa here. Colorado plus a 148. And the Dodgers on the run line. We'll work backwards. So May's a guy. Again, I'm not a huge lover of the Dodger lineup. You know this. But San Fran is just a anemic offense. I know they score, then they don't score. Then they score runs, they don't score. I don't have faith in them to score here against the Dodgers today. The Rockies play. Hello. I've been saying since March, fade the Cardinals. We really want Mikolas laying a 160 spot here? Is that a joke? All right, maybe. Listen, I don't love Kyle Freeland. I'll take a 150 on a team that's bad. Sure, I can't take the St. Louis at this number. Not a chance. No way. Braves again. Kyle Wright back from the dead. Where has this guy been? Hurt? Whatever his case may be. Against Luis Cessa. In Tampa Bay, we got McClanahan. It's for me the Red Sox. I don't know. Listen, Garrett is a youngster I kind of like. Bello's the other youngster for them. Even Cutter Crawford. They got some young guys. But 10 straight. And again, I had the over yesterday. I thought we'd see some runs. Tampa's just finding ways to win. I have faith in McClanahan to shut these guys down. So can we get some offense? I think we can. They've been gritty and grinding out the runs here. And finally, the Yankee under here versus Cleveland and Gaddis. Cole, and you know I'm a Cole basher, but the guy looks pretty solid out of the gate. What's he got? 20 Ks already out of Cleveland is not a contact kind of team. They not a good offense. Now Gaddis, yeah, it's not Bieber. We like the under yesterday for the game. Can the Yanks hit this guy? Possibly, but the Yanks are still a strikeout or nothing kind of squad. They're not a bunch of average kind of guys. I'm going under. It's 8. It does scare me a bit. It is what it is. Player prop time. Not many today. Player props. So there are a few. Not as many as sometimes we roll out a 15, 20 piece. But today we got to. Well, we'll start with the Rockies game. We're taking Chris Bryant plus 150 for a Ribby because I think Miklos will give up a bit here. And I know I skipped on the NBA. We're going to get to that with Tim. Toronto, Kirk plus $2, Kiermaier plus 210, Varsho 150, Chapman 135, Vlad 135, Merrifield. So I basically have the 3, 4, 5 kind of guys here with Vlad, Chapman, Varsho, Kirk. They're kind of all in that middle. Some will be batting 6, obviously, but Matt Manning, I like Manning. I like Scooble. I like all these young Tiger guys. Let's be honest. The offense, Green, Torkelson, Baez, Cabrera, I'm not buying it. Manoah's off a bad start. Home opener, another opening day in Major League Baseball today. You got to love it. You got to love opening days all over the place. I think they're going to score some runs. I get a meat of the order with Kirk, Varsho, Chapman, Vlad, right? All middle kind of guys. And then I got Kiermaier and Merrifield. And again, Varsho or Kirk might be down in that 6 or 7 spot as well. Guys get on base. This is where, this is why we're, 40 games under 500, but we're plus money because we're pulling up guys in the 7, 8, 9 hole at plus 210, plus 190, plus 185s, or, when we grab other players down the line here. Definitely worth a look. Definitely worth a look. Now, we'll bring in some Tim, as I'm going to give some NBA as well. So I do have.
No thanks.
The 47 minus 950 in the video. On the season for me on the site, 18 and 21 down $44. So I'm not a lover. 39 games, and yet baseball we're at over 100. I like Heat under, T-Wolves plus 8.5, and the under in that game, 232. Bulls under tomorrow, Thunder under tomorrow. All the unders here in the playing games. I did this with Ross and Jesse. All of us were like, yeah, it's a game 7. Expect the defense to come out. It's the do or die game. I'm not, the NBA all season long is a joke. This is a serious game. Ramp it up around the boards here. And so I like all the unders and the Wolves. We talked about the Wolves the other day. Sidewise, not much here going on. We talked about the other series that we had odds for yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? What do you like here today? Anything?
You like every under. I like every dog.
I don't hate it.
We talked about it. I don't trust the Heat at home. Laying points, they're awful. They're like 20. The Heat are like 27 and 15 at home. 27 and 14 at home. 15, 25 and 1 against the spread.
Yeah,
awful. Even if they win, I don't think they win by at least the 5. You already know we're both on the T-Wolves.
Yep.
I want to go after the Bulls. Although I kicked their back ends in all season. Them and Toronto. I had an over ticket on Toronto, and they completely disappointed this year.
I couldn't win on the road like most NBA teams. Terrible.
You look at these are playoff games, and the Bulls and the Thunder are both under 500. Yeah. They've lost more than they've won, and they're in the. I still find it. Anyways, I like the two teams that are under 500 to cover at least the spread. Oklahoma City covering 5.5. I think they do that.
Getting back to the under 500s. Now, back in the day, you have a team that was an 18, could be a 40 and 42 team. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But
now you're guaranteed to have one.
Now you're guaranteed to have a
Unless there's super tank teams, but
I'm not a fan of the play-ins. I know it's like, it's better. There's more teams involved.
If you want to do it for between the 8 and the 9, Sure. We got up there a rule that they got to be over 500.
Like the baseball wild card. Like, come on with that.
That's
I
fine.
know people are like, oh, it's a wild card. You got to have more teams. You don't need more. It's like we're going to expand the football playoffs. No, you don't need to.
I think the 6 team, the way that MLB did it last year and the way that they're doing it from now on, I think that's perfect. Because then you get more teams competitive throughout the year. And look what we got from the NL last year. The 5 and the 6 are the ones that were playing in the NLCS.
Yeah.
So it's going to be competitive because at the end of the day, if you looked at it and if we had the one playoff spot, one wild card spot, nobody would have cared about a month left in the season because the Mets and the Braves were far ahead. The Cardinals were far ahead, and the Dodgers were light years ahead of everybody. Nobody would have cared. Now that we get 2 extra spots, we get a little bit more action during the trade deadline. Teams thinking that they're competitive, and it's a lot better for the game of baseball. I feel that they have the 6 instead of the 4. That's my thing. And obviously, we saw it last year where we got the 5 and the 6 go deep in. Obviously, AL, different story. None of the wild cards did anything. Ended up being chalk. The Yankees got swept by the Astros. And it was exactly what we expected from that series, from that side. But the NL had a lot of underdogs. So I think it's a good thing that they have it. I think the 10 teams in the NBA is stupid. I think it's stupid. I think you should have kept with the 8. Or if you wanted to do it, do the 8 and the 9. But you have to be over 500.
Especially, the way these guys are teams, right out of the gate, teams are tanking from the start. It's a joke.
Yeah, you already knew going into the season. Well, we look at the NBA. We look at the NBA. You even had Greg Popovich in the beginning of the year going, "Don't bet on anything on us. Don't be betting us throughout the year." Yeah, you already look at it. Spurs, Houston, Detroit, Charlotte were 4 teams that right off the rip went, you know what, we're not doing anything this year. And we knew it right off the rip.
That's fine. And yet they're going to take picks away from the Mavericks because they played a guy said, we're good. We played the night before, but then they realized they weren't going to play the next day in the first. How is that a problem? Another team's just sitting guys out for 2 weeks is not a problem.
I don't know. NBA, I bet on it. I don't watch it. I make money on it, but I still think it's stupid. A lot of the things that they do. Go Nuggets.
Forget the NBA. Miz is in the house. Ramirez, 1241 OPS, bets a 2188. Simeon, 1454. 8 for 16 bets. Ramirez. Again, you throw these up. Are you just doing hip props? Ramirez is a guy who hits cold. I think last year we had Ramirez in this matchup based on because he hits a home run versus him every time he faces him. Now, I usually throw out a bunch. I did not do any Cleveland guys today or Yankee hitters for that matter. Even yesterday, I just had a few, right? Kind of concentrated on certain games. Toronto is a team I look to get on today because now they're home. You're facing a Detroit team. I'm not loving the Detroit staff or lineup right now. So I concentrated on that game. Yes, can you look at Ramirez for Cleveland? Yeah. Does he? He's got a couple homers versus Cole as well. And Betts versus Logan. When I see good pitchers, again, when I do my Ruby props, you see it's not just usually one guy. Usually kind of a cluster in the entire lineup. And in a game like the Yankee game where I think it's probably an under, I'm not really looking. Rangers, though. You want to do a little Ranger play? Not hating that against Kansas City. One bit. Maybe I should have looked at some more Ranger guys. T-Money's in the house, my guy. How you been? Locking in with the King is here. Good to see you. White Sox run line. White Sox under 8 today, huh? Looking to bounce back. Or no, did they win yesterday 4-3? They won 4-3 yesterday, right? They beat C-Speed Maida. You're taking a little Lance Lynn action. You know I don't love Lance Lynn. Look at this number, a 150. This opened at 125. This was a 125, 130 opener. Crazy. I don't know if I trust the under as much there because I think Lynn can get hit. Now, he's been good going back to the end of last year. He's proven me wrong. Like out of the gate, we were fading him. Remember, he was like came back from the deal. We're like, no, Lance Lynn overs. He has improved. You're getting a good number, though. That's for sure. Tampa Bay under. I don't hate it, right? Because we got a tough lefty on the hill, one of the better ones, and maybe the Tampa lineup is running into a little better pitching. Now Whitlock isn't, this isn't Roger Clemens. It's not 1986 or Chris Sale or Dice K. Even we could throw out a bunch of guys here. This is, we could throw in some old school pitchers. Tim Wakefield. Have they hit a little better pitching, better team? Maybe the slow down 400 average for in Atlanta? Possibly. I don't hate the under. St. Louis over? Yeah, it's Miklos, bro. The guy's bad. And Freeland. Cubs over. The Cubbies is a 10? Wind's got to be blowing out, huh? Wow. I kind of like the Cubbies today. Seattle off to a slow start. And Anaheim under with Ohtani and Tuesdsay Gray. I don't hate it. Gray's hasn't looked terrible. I could see it. Can you time to lay down a rest? Yeah, I do use my head. So what am I going to do? Yeah. Team money this season. Someone like the Guardians, Rays will win in MLB. New rules have thrown things off, which makes sense. We know they change the sport to something not. Now either one of these teams I think could have won last year, so it's not really that it'll be a shocker to me. I think Cleveland, although the McKenzie pitching hurts, you lose him for 2 months. The staff is still really good. Still really good bullpen. I question the bats. Same with Tampa Bay. The pitching's there. Our guy's going to hit. Is Wander going to break out? He's having he could conceivably in a month have more homers than he had all of last year in his 80 games. He's got 40. I think he had 7. And the year before that, he had 6 in like 70, 80 games. So he could have 13, 14 home runs in a month and be on his way. He's supposed to be good. They're all young guys who are supposed to be good, Tampa Bay. Much like we talk about Washington. But Tampa Bay has really perfected the youngness. And for me, Cleveland, no, I need another bat. I need a bat in that lineup because I think Minnesota's sneaky and the White Sox could hit as well. Their problem is their health. White Sox always seem to, something comes up and bites them. MLB's off to a 16-7 start. There you go. 5-unit play Orioles last night. Nice winner on the O's. I had a little run line action there on the O's, I believe, yesterday. Did I have that in a chat? The run line O's? Yes. Yes, I sneeze. Thank you very much. It happens. We're live, baby. We have, we got to cough. I got to sometimes roll out to the mute. It happens. Orioles first 5. Nice winner. Mets over 8.5 from the Miz. Where's this Met matchup here? Peterson and Weathers. I don't hate it. Weathers is a guy who's going to give up a 4 spot, and Peterson I really love right now. 8.5, good number. Take it. I like it. I thought about that last night as well too. Team money. Guardians under money line. Maybe the Hawks money line. He can't lay 5. Yeah, the Heat are a team. And I mentioned the Hawks at the end of the season, right? They got a coach looking to carry on, find a job. And the Heat are a team that's, they're really good, but are they going to come in and blow out here by 10, 15 points? I don't see it. So I kind of like the under. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Jesse Shule coming in with a little soccer on the pitch. Manchester City in Champions League today versus Bayern Munich. Home game for City, plus 33 goal differential, 14 home games. No Lewandowski, no dice for the Germans. The big Lewandowski, no big Lewandowski for is he good, the Lewandowski? Tate the Great's in the house. Welcome. Duvall out for Boston. Yeah, well, he was out yesterday as well. That's a decent guy to be out when you're hitting 400 with, what's he got, like 15 ribbies already through a week? Gold does really well versus innings. He does, but again, the Yankee lineup against good pitching. This is why they get bounced in the first round of the playoffs. They'll win it. You can't just 2-1 games are stressful. And the Cleveland Guardians, they play that kind of game. Poundit's in the house. Kyle Freeland guy. I'm a Kyle Freeland guy. You have a T-shirt, a Kyle Freeland T-shirt? Yeah, Freeland guy. Fade Freeland. There's a lot of guys like I got thrown to the Freeland Islands, right, where he had a good season, and is he going to, he was really good. Is he going to be that good again? I mean, we got about Blake Snell in that pile, right? He won the Cy Young. He hasn't been the same. A lot of guys in the Kyle Freeland, that island. It's getting up there like the Misfit Toys, Charlie in the Box, A water gun that squirts jam. Michael, 3-5 MLB. Reds almost
Jelly.
pulled off. I know.
Sports jelly.
Jelly or jam? I don't know.
Jelly.
Whatever. Who wants that crappy thing? I mean, now, if it squirted like mayonnaise or something good in there, just put it right on your sandwich.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't look right if it squirted mayonnaise.
Probably, but I just like mayo more than I like jelly or jam. I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, they're good. Peanut butter and honey too.
I think my mom could co-sign that because she said I never get peanut butter and jelly because as like the first child, they're like she always wanted me to have a hot meal, so I was having like fish sticks. Like that was real good frozen.
Ooh, nice.
Gordon fish sticks as like a 3-year-old. Like that was healthy back in the day, the 70s.
Just no mayo with them.
Extra mayo for the fish sticks. Yeah, I had the Reds myself, Michael. Took the Twins run line. Will fade Lance. I don't like Lance, but he's pitched well. Even going back to last year. I think some Cardinals take Freeland deep today. O'Neill, Goldie. I wanted an O'Neill prop. They did not have an RBI prop up for O'Neill. I was going to go O'Neill for a Ribby prop. Goldie, I think these guys were all minus. I think they're like in the 130. They were minus money. I did not want to get into minus money. You know me. I'll leave it out there and go to the plus money. Michael, bet 2 NBA games so far. Bulls +5. Raptors team, the coach is on their way out. Half the team was supposed to be traded. I expect those to go. And I said that today with Jesse and Ross. I'm like, man, the Raptors were supposed to deal guys at the break or at the All-Star, whatever, trading deadline. And they ended up holding on to guys. I guess they're going for a run again, give me the under. Ugly game. Yeah, the Kings. Again, underdog in game one. Or excuse me, they were favored to open. I thought. Weren't they a 1-point fade to open? They were always a +1 in game one?
Yep. They were always a +1.
All right. Because I know they're minus, Golden State's minus $3 to win it. Maurice is in the house. Good afternoon. I like some dogs today. Padres, Rockies, pitchers for Cardinals are good. And the D-backs. Yeah, Mikolas. I've been talking about Mikolas since before the season began. I don't hate it. The Padres, again, I don't really love Ryan Weathers. But I had the Padres yesterday against a much better pitcher for the Mets. I don't hate it. Probably lean over in the Padre game. The D-backs. Now, I did a free pick with Detroit Lenny. I was like, we got to take Burns here to stop the snide. And I was thinking, one, again, I had Arizona last night run line in the chat. And I don't like going off teams that are on win streaks. And you got a Diamondback team that is, winning 1-4 in a row. And that's why I don't really be doing the videos the night before. I don't know what's going to happen. I do like Burns, but he's struggled out of the gate. He had a little rough start down the stretch last year as well. He wasn't as good, and he kind of chalked it up to, team's playing bad. He's frustrated. I don't hate, again, we have a over. It's hanging on my wall. Where's my list of totals here on my loose leaf here? 75.5 in this for the season. We do like Merrill Kelly. We like Zach Gallen. Right? Zachy boy was pitching yesterday. I don't hate it. How do you, Milwaukee, yes, they're 7-2, 7-3. I just don't want to, I understand. Again, if you're watching, like, well, yesterday you said Milwaukee. Well, that was the day before. I don't know how games are going to play out. If I'm getting a team on a winning streak as an underdog, I'm definitely grabbing it. Not even watching NBA till the final, says the Miz. Hawks 3-8, ATS in Miami. NBA is an easy pass, says the King. Best of luck to whoever bets in these freeloaders. Game is not the same. Good entertainment, maybe, not for betting. I agree. Again, people are going to want to live bet it. That's fine. You want to jump into live bet in a little bit. You're watching the game. I'm not watching that game. I'm not watching the participation trophy games tonight. Joshua, Marlins money line. I do not hate the Marlins today with Jesus Luzardo. I like Luzardo. No, I thought about taking him. I've had Miami. It's come down. It's a plus 138 last night. I got it on the site. Maybe even an underplay there, believe it or not, with Nola and Luzardo. I could do Miami with you. I got them. They're part of my 7-pack. And in case that big time turned $1.50 into 5.5. I cashed a 1. You cashed a 2-teamer and a 3-teamer yesterday. There you go. That's not bad. That's a 5-0 day, Nathan. Joshua, Lakers over 233, and the Heat moneyline team parlay. All right. So I'm not loving. I like the unders in playoff basketball, regardless, just in playoff ball. I understand running to bet the Lakers, right? LeBron's like, oh, I got something to prove here. I don't know, 233. I'm going to say I like the under. I got the under in the chat, Joshua. The Heat money line, at least it's a parlay. If they win, you don't have to worry about them covering. I get it. King D, love rugby. I'll bet rugby before I bet the NBA. Just kidding. Oh, my goodness. Pittsburgh win season wanting the number one pick. I know. They don't get in trouble, but the Mavericks could get in trouble. Ridiculous. Michael, I really want to grab the Clippers here. 7. It seems really high. I agree. I'll take the Clippers. Get a 7 spot. Nathan, nothing but action. Tired of their antics. Yeah. No betting allowed. More like it. And by wanting, I mean they played games knowing how bad they're going to be. Exactly. RBI, what do we got here? It's all about the Mets. No, it's not about the Mets. I mean, mini run line as opposed to just RBI. So mini run line with Lopez. I don't hate it. Again, the line went up to 150, 20-cent move. Keep taking Tampa. Why wouldn't you? 10 in a row. Although it's got to be at this point, I'm run lining it. Now, who do they? Obviously, they probably got a day game tomorrow, right? Where's this Rays game for tomorrow? No, it's a night game, huh? Wow, Sale and Eflin tomorrow, and they're a nice price. They're only about a 130-ish. Not terrible. Again, that's not where I want. I understand wanting to come in and fade the Rays at one point. Now you're getting in a big number today, right? They're $2 faves. I get it. 150, is it worth it to say, no way they win today? That's the problem. But when you get into the 10, 11, 12, I will start looking at who's Tampa playing and if I'm getting a good plus number. But now they're home. And where do they go Thursday? I should have looked. I was just on the Wednesday schedule with Eflin and Chris Sale. Are they heading out to the streets? They head into they're off Thursday. So, no, they're playing. It's a 4 game. So they got Boston again on Thursday. Kluber and Springs. Are they ever leaving Tampa Bay? Then they go to Toronto. There you go. Do you fade them there? If they sweep Boston and then head to Toronto, and that'll be, I think, Berrios might be throwing that game. Do you fade them there? Dusty Man, the Dodgers, first 5 -1/2. I like Dusty Man. He's pretty good, the kid. Nate says the Cubbies. I do like the Cubbies today. Seattle's struggling right now. I don't want to bet on Seattle. And we have Seattle futures, yes, but it is what it is. I like the Cubs team. We want the overs. Again, they're 5-4. Do I want to run to bet the Cubs right now? Not really. Do I want to run bet on a 4-7 Seattle team? Bullpen problems? Not really. Over Cubs game, go to Cubs are rigging on a beautiful day. Well, I mean, the totals tells you right now that it's going to be a hitter's day. So over's the only way to look at that one. Hey, San Fran money line. I can't do it. I understand. You got a good guy in who's pitches day? Webb's on the hill. He's not terrible. I get it. Where's the offense coming from? I had him yesterday with Webb. I can't do it today. All sports coming in on the ice. Let's forget cold cash on the ice. Flyers -1, Canucks, and the Jets. I'm forgetting hockey because it's not playoff time. Sean couldn't even hide his disappointment when I came in with soccer. It's not disappointing. I just don't even know what it is. I don't know. I know I played soccer. I was a fullback when I played. I was good, just back there. I wore sneakers on the field. I had a pair of high tops on. I think I had New Balance back in the day because I needed to put my big size 13s. And I would just level people would come in there, and I'd protect my wings and centers, and I'd knock over people. Not much of a soccer guy. Hopefully it wins. Someone read it and saw it. I left it up there just. Joshua, Tampa Bay Lightning, money line, Lakers over in the Heat. A lot of people are liking this. Unless you're the same guy. I forget, Joshua, if that was you who said this Laker over for the NBA tonight. I'm not. Again, I'm more of an undercat. Although, as I'm cheering on a underdog, you'd think I'd want points aplenty. Heat money line again. What are you laying at? Like at $2 in that spot. Tampa Bay on the ice. 20-cent line move there, huh? 125 to 145. Hockey for me right now, it's like betting the end of the season baseball. Big lines. I mean, $3 for Boston, 260, 180s, 215. Penguins minus $5. Is that real? That's a $5 favorite.
Yeah. No way they lose, right? Not a chance.
What's up with Tampa Bay? Why is this a 20-cent line move here against Toronto?
Because Tampa Bay doesn't care. Tampa Bay is locked into the 3 seed. They know they're going to go and play
Toronto.
You should
be taking Toronto then. So these guys play each other next game.
Do they actually play each other next game?
Well, you said they're playing Toronto. They're playing right now.
They play each other in the playoffs, I should say. It's a 2 versus 3. Those two teams are already locked in for the playoffs.
Oh, boy.
Most likely, Toronto, judging off of that movement, Toronto is probably sitting some guys. They also played a second leg of a back. This is a back-to-back for them. They played last night and beat the Florida Panthers, who are actually fighting for something.
So that one there, I'd look at a puck line then. Maybe Tampa Bay, even with nobody playing, Tampa Bay plays nobody, but they want to win at home because they got the fans.
Don't bet that game. I mean, these two teams don't care right now. This game means nothing.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to lay 145. This guy wants to take a money line. I'd rather do a puck line and think they just win and at home for everybody. I'd rather just do that than lay on a team that.
Unless he got the 120 last night.
Yeah. PB&J's, when I went to the joint. PB&J's in the joint. Why don't you just have a nice honey bun sandwich in there? A little peanut butter, a little honey bun on the bread. Taking cards for home run props. You have a decent selection, I think, of home run guys. Because I don't love Kyle Freeland. The numbers speak for himself, Kyle Freeland. We know that. I just don't want to bet St. Louis as a team. I took a Chris Bryant plus 150. I'll take it. I'll cash. Miklos will give up runs. What's the total? 12 in that game? 11 and a half? Just take the over, I guess. Lock it with the king. Higgs, my life last week when I make PB&J. Although I do send peanut butter sandwiches to school for my kid, even though I don't know if you're supposed to, like people have peanut allergies. I don't understand where the allergies came from out of the blue. Nobody had peanut allergies when I was a kid. Miz, DraftKings stopped parlays with run line and total same game parlays stopped, huh? Which is odd because parlays, they probably win the majority of all their money on parlays. But I guess when you run a business model that, you hand out bad beat refunds of things, you're probably getting crushed on these. Because you refund like, oh, somebody's out. And then it's, the bad beat refund. Love the Earl stay with Grace. I'm worried about is, listen, this is the kid's, second start, miss? We're going to run to lay 160 on this kid? I know he's supposed to be good. I want to take Muller. I want to take Kyle Muller here with Oakland. Misses Toronto run line and they'll win by 1. Oh yeah, that's always the case. And it's a big run line today. It was like 130 last night. Sale and Eflin sounds like a good first 5 under. Probably, yeah. I'll probably be on Tampa Bay run line again though. I'm gonna come back with Tampa. You have to if they win today. I mean, I get Chris Sale's. I'm not a Sale guy right now. Not in 2023, 2016, sure. Miss says don't play much hockey, but I love Boston puck line. Love Boston puck. What's the puck line today with them laying 305? You got to be about a 150 mark. Way over to 6. Bandit, Lightning are really injured. They're fading into the playoffs there. Well, I mean, the line moved again. And to bet a team, they're playing each other today and then face each other in playoffs. It's an automatic under in my book because they don't want to show it. Like, we don't want to show you nothing. Michael, have a good day. Got to get back to work. You have a good day, Mike. Thanks for popping in. Nathan, I saw a small ball guy in a sandwich shop the other day. It looked like you, but this guy was 5'2". I knew it wasn't you. How'd I imagine you? I'm 6'2". Yeah, no, definitely. Listen, I'm like 6'1", so definitely not a 5'2" little bowling ball kind of guy. And with me, I would have been acting a fool in there, making jokes. PB&J with some Doritos, fruit water is life. There you go. I like Doritos and Cheetos. I'm not a big cheese puff guy, though. Although I'm not one to turn my nose up at when you get those big giant like Utz things of like the cheese balls for like $1.99 when they go on sale. Although never see $1.99 again in this world. Pounding says Sale is butt. Anthony, he's pounding butt with Chris Sale. He has not as much as I think he's been. He's listen. I don't want to bet on the guy. He's gonna be an underdog, possibly against a team versus 11 in a row. The line's gonna be again opener 135. I'm seeing right here 140. So a little short. Is it a name brand for Sale in the Red Sox? Eflin's pretty good. I know somebody's got a Cy Young ticket on him. You're on a good team here. No puffs or Cheetos for me either. Oh, all right. They do get cheesy on your hands. All right, as I said, I want to cut this early because my head's going. You saw me sneezing. Obviously, the allergies are kicking up a little bit. It happens. Mitz, I called today. Terrible Tuesday. It seems to never win on Tuesdays. Oh, it's Tuesday. Does that mean you automatically fade the Phillies on Tuesday going back to last year? Right? That's an automatic thing. I find sometimes you're going to have days that just they don't work out for you for whatever reason. It's the pitching matchups, whatever. I mean, it's okay to take days off and not bet a lot of games. All right, folks, you can do that. Just that's that for me and Miz. That's for everybody. King D, have a good one. See everybody tomorrow. I'm out of here. Happy Tuesday. Dodgers lay the run.